Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chella and this is Chella Reads a Bit. Today I'm going to be bringing you my Magical Readathon TBR for Spring Equinox 2022. So I'm excited to be doing this TBR. I am excited for this readathon. It was created by G from Book Roast. I'll leave any information down in the description box below. But it's going to be the first full, I guess you could call it semester with all prompts for classes. You can choose your career, everything like that. So before I get started, if you do enjoy this video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe. I would love to have you here, and let's get into it. So I'm in the Order of the Crescent, and I believe the career that I chose is specific for only people from the Order of the Crescent. So I chose Master of Elements, and my career for the Spring Equinox has 6 subjects to complete. The first subject that I need to complete is Elemental Studies, and the topic that's going to be going on in the class is Basic of Aerodynamics, and that is a book under 100 pages. So I decided, I had a hard time trying to decide what to do because I don't really have any physical books that are under 100 pages. I don't usually read anything that short, so it was kind of hard for me to decide what to do. But looking online and everything and seeing what was available from my library that I could read, I decided to read The Little Prince by, I think it's French, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I don't know how to say it. I do apologize. I'm really bad at names. But I'm going to be reading The Little Prince, which I've heard a lot of people talk about. I don't really know what it's about. I just know that it's a beloved book. I've never read it, and it's under 100 pages, so I figured it would just be perfect for me to just, see what it's all about and to have something for this prompt. I can't tell you what The Little Prince is about because, again, I've never read it. I know that you can also read it in French, but I took maybe one French class, so no, thank you. So that's going to be my first subject for the readathon. The next subject that I need to complete for my first Equinox for Master of Elements is shape-shifting, and the prompt is read a book with a creature with claws on the cover. With that book, I was having trouble because I didn't really know what to read based on what I have here, and I didn't want to have to find all of my books through the library because a lot of times the library doesn't have certain books. So, and then I got confused because I have books that have birds on them, and I was like, are talons considered claws too? My boyfriend said that they were, so I looked it up, and yes, they do count as claws. So I decided to bite the bullet and finally read Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, the third and final book in the Grisher trilogy. I'm not looking forward to it and looking forward to it at the same time. I am excited to finish the trilogy. I did not care for the first book, and I really did not like the second book, but I want to see it through. I want to see what happens at the end and see what all the hullabaloo about this trilogy is, and then go on to the Six of Crows duology. So this, I figured, would be a perfect opportunity just to get this done, and it fits the prompt, read a book with a creature with claws on the cover. So that will be my next read as well. I'm not going to tell you what the synopsis of this book is because it is the third in a trilogy, so it is the last book, and that would be spoilery. But Shadow and Bone, I believe everyone should know about. It's about Alina. Some stuff happens. Powers that she didn't know she had come out, and then she is whisked away to the Little Palace to be trained, essentially. And that's all I'm going to say because I believe everyone knows what Shadow and Bone is about. There's literally a show about it. So this will be my book for my shape-shifting subject. So my next subject after that one is Animal Studies, and that's Way of the Pegasus. And the prompt is a quick read. And I decided, what is quicker to read than a manga? And me being the manga lover that I am, I have half of the manga of this series with me. So I figured, and I've wanted to read this book since I love the anime. And am so upset that it doesn't look like there's ever going to be a third season, even though I think that there should. But that would be Kami-sama Kiss Volume 1. I love the anime. I really wish that the third season would come out. I think it really should have a third season. It seems like it should, but it doesn't seem like it's ever going to happen. But I do have all the manga. I have half of them with me here and half of them back at home. So I decided this would definitely be quick. It doesn't take me very long to get through manga, and I've been dying to read it, and I really should since I love the anime. But Kami-sama Kiss is about this girl, Nanami. Her dad, he racks up a lot of debt. The people he owed money to come and take away the house, take away everything. The dad runs, so Nanami is left without a home and without anyone to be with. So she comes across this man who, I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's pretty much on the back. She comes across this guy who is afraid of this dog, and she saves him, and he ends up giving her a shrine. And so she goes to live at the shrine, and it's all about her becoming the deity, the god of this shrine. I hope it's not too spoilery. It's literally on the back. That's pretty much what the premise is about, and her navigating how to be the deity of the shrine, how to take care of the shrine, and what all goes into being a god. So it's really cute. It's really funny. I love Nanami. I love Tomoe. It is so cute. It's the anime is really good. I've never read the manga, so I can only go based off of that, but it's really cute. I really recommend watching it. So this will definitely be a quick read. It will not take me long, and I'm really going to need quick reads because it's going to be a tough readathon. It is going to be a rough month. At the end of the month of April, I do have some things going on that I need to get settled for the beginning of May. May is going to be an even rougher month for me. The end of April and beginning of May are not going to be good. So I hope to get a lot of these done before that point, before the end of April, just so I don't have to worry too much about it, because it is going to be a little hectic for me. It is going to be a little sad for me, but so it's really good to have these some quick reads on here that I know I can definitely get through, so I don't fail all my subjects. But that is for my quick read. Oh yeah, and this is by Julieta Suzuki. My next subject after animal studies is astronomy, which is basics, asteroids, and comets. And the prompt is top of my to be read list. I had a little hard of a time trying to decide what I wanted to use for this prompt, because I had a little trouble trying to decide what I wanted to do for this prompt, because I never know what I want on the top of my TBR. So I put two. One is more technically aligned with the top of my TBR than the other one, but I have two options just in case. So the initial one will be the one, because like I've been saying, I'm trying to read all my backlist fairy loot in the order that I got them. And the next one in line would be Incendiary by Zoraida Cordova. It is number 3 in the list of what I got. This is a fairy loot edition. Technically, that is my goal, is to read one each month. So technically, it would be considered top of my TBR, I guess. So I figured I can have this as an option for that prompt, because I guess technically you could say that. I do not really know anything about this. I apologize. I would rather just find it out as I'm reading. I just know I got it from my fairy loot, and it's red, which is not my favorite color, but it's fine. But it technically is one of the top of my TBR, but it is pretty chunky, and so I did decide to have another option just in case either I get to a certain part in this and it's like really far into the month and I know that I'm not going to finish it. I have another option that might be a little quicker. So if I don't get to this, I might pick up Chi Sweet Home Part 1 by Konami Kanata. I have read this. It would be a reread, which I know might not be fair, but it's going to be rough. So if I can't get to that or I can't finish it, I know that I can get through this really quick. And Chi is always on the top of my TBR. It is so cute. It's about Chi, who is a kitten who ends up getting lost. She gets separated from the mother cat, and she is found by this little boy, and it's about them taking Chi in and Chi navigating life with them. It is so cute. It's so heartwarming, and oh my god, I'm a big cat person. I love cats. So I do have all of them. I have read this, but it's been a while since I've read it, so I figured if I can't finish Incendiary, then I will definitely just pick this up, because it technically is, all of my books are technically top of my TBR. I want to get them read, but I know this would be quick, and I unfortunately do need some quick reads, because some of them are chunky, and it might just be a really hard time. Could swap that one for this one, but I might finish Incendiary, who knows. But those two are the options. I have two options for my top of my TBR list prompt. I'll try to get to one of them within that month for that prompt. So after astronomy, I have conjuration, which is conjuring of light, and the prompt for that one is a source of light on the cover. I didn't know for sure which one, and I don't have like where you see where the source of light is coming from, but there is a source of light in it, so I'm just kind of maybe bending it a little, or maybe I'm just dumb. I had two options, but I managed to just choose one of them. I've had this for a while, and I know that it's very polarizing if people like it or not like it. But that is An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Some people really don't like it. Some people like it. It is short, so that'll help me in the long run. There is a source of light. There's like light behind her. I know I might be bending this a little bit, but please bear with me. All I know about this is that it is about a girl who, in this world with the Fae are not able to do things for themselves. They're not allowed to. So this girl ends up painting a portrait for this Fae, and she ends up painting emotion in it, and that is a no, honey. And she finds out it was the prince, and things go from there, and that's pretty much all I know. Again, I don't really know a lot until I've read it, but that is the bare bones of what I get from this, and I'm hoping I like it. It is a standalone. It's very short. I should be able to get through it in the month of April, and I'm excited. I'm kind of nervous because I know some people didn't like it. Some people think it's like a little too short. Some people just didn't vibe with it. So I'm hoping I will, and I'm glad that it is a short read and everything. So this will be for my conjuration prompt for source of light on the cover. Like, it is there. I hope you can see it. The light might be not so good for the book, but this is what I'm reading. So that is for that prompt. My last subject is restorations, cure wounds is what is going to be covered in that subject. And the prompt is to read a book featuring healers. The book I initially wanted to read for this prompt was a book that I couldn't get from my library. I don't own it. So then I would have had to buy it for my Kindle, and money is tight these days, so it's kind of hard to be able to do that. So I decided perfect opportunity. I want to reread all the Keeper of the Lost City books each month until the next one. The 9th one comes out, Stellar Loon, comes out November 9th. So I figured, well, technically, in the Keeper of the Lost Cities, so the next one I would have to read is Keeper of the Lost Cities Exile. Keeper of the Lost Cities has a character called Elwyn, who is pretty much like a doctor in their world. Technically a healer. A doctor is a healer. So maybe I figured he is a staple in all of the books. Hopefully that's not a spoiler. But he is a staple in all the books. He is pretty much a doctor. He technically is a healer. So I figured that would be perfect for that prompt. It is chunky, but it doesn't take me long to read these books. I fly through them like no tomorrow. I love them. I can't tell you anything about this specific one. It is the second one in the series. But the series is about Sophie, who is a telepath. She goes to high school and she's only 12. She's a senior. And one day she's on a field trip and she comes across this boy named Fitz. He then turns her world upside down, and she's thrust into this world she didn't know anything about. She didn't know that she was a part of, and her life changes from there, and it's her journey through that and overcoming obstacles and finding out who she really is. And it's an amazing book. Again, it is not the most masterfully written. I just really enjoy it for what it is. It's really fun. It's like comfort for me, so I can see its faults. So it's something that I really enjoy reading. It's very comforting for some reason. Like, there's some sad stuff that happens. There's like intrigue and everything, but I find it comforting for some reason. It is middle grade, so this will be my read for my last subject, which is restoration, and to read a book with that features healers, because Elwyn is a doctor elf healer dude. So that will be my next one, and I did want to read this one in April, so it all worked out. So those are all the books that I have to read for the Magical Readathon for my career Master of Elements for the Spring Equinox 2022, and I'm excited. There is some chunky things on there. I do have one that I can switch out if I need to. Just bear with me. It is going to be stressful at the end of the month, and it's going to be stressful in May. I will explain things maybe when I'm able to, but those are what I'm going to be reading. I'm really excited for the readathon. I hope I can get through all my subjects, and if I need to, I might change something if I need something quicker and it fits the prompts. But as of right now, these are what I have chosen. I'm excited. I'm excited to become a Master of Elements. I feel like that's perfect for me. I love the idea of being able to manipulate the elements. My character has an animal familiar of a fox, and I am excited. My conduit is a bow. That is pretty much it for that. I hope that you guys plan on doing the Magical Readathon. I know G put a lot of work into it, and it definitely shows, and I think it's amazing. I hope you guys have fun during the Magical Readathon and read all the books that you need to, and I am excited to get to mine as well. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.